What's up everyone, Speedy here. In this 2v2 video, we're going to be doing 2 live games as well as 1 replay review, so let's get right into it. Here we are in game number 1. Nice, quick kickoff win. Bring it back to the corner, that's the safest place. It also gives me a chance to grab some pads. Gonna bounce high. Teammate needs to get some boost though. He should not still be on 0. Whole time he's been on 0 boost. Oh, he's making me work for it. Grab these pads. It's all good. He needs to cut. I'm having to make a lot of defensive stops here. Gotta rotate. Okay. Can we please get this fucking ball out of our half, bro? Oh my god. 2 minutes of just fucking non-stop defense. We need to get that ball out. Come on. Nice. They throw the kickoff. All good. I'll grab a pad here. He wants to go. That's fine. Grab this pad and rotate back. Put that in the center. Grab this pad lane. Go for the read. Do a shot on that. Can't really safely commit to that. Team, it's still not back, so gotta cover for teammate. Puts it in kind of a dangerous spot. I rotate back. Well, faking and then putting me in a bad 1v2 is not ideal. Rotate myself to safety. Tough angle. Nice. Well played. Good pressure. That works out. That is a crazy fortunate touch. He gets rewarded for that. That's wild. He panic touches and it works. Fair enough. Play this off. Get another potential pass. Not even gonna chance it. It would be great if my thumb didn't slip. Nice pass. And GG. Okay, here we are in game number 2. Seeing some of the same people from the last lobby. Not even gonna go for that. I'm just gonna rip a shot on net. Grab these pads. Teammate wants to cut, that's fine. Just single jump here, don't have to flip. If I flip, I could potentially put too much power to it, put it also in a place that's really inaccurate. Can't really safely go for that. I'm gonna go for the fake there and then a bomb. Didn't work out, that's fine. Wanted to touch there, just couldn't get enough height. Play it normal. There's free ball. Much for that bounce. Save some boost. Okay, I'm gonna try to play this from behind. This way here on the front post here, then move up a little bit. They're double committing and they're undoing. Okay. But it just kind of like not overcommit, so it's better for me to just stay back and watch as second man. And situations where you're last man, you kind of just want to read the ball, read the situation. Or save the ball. Okay, I appreciate that. And now he wants to be too passive. I gave him an opening for that, but all good. Here, just stay back post for a moment. Make my play. If I can't make a good play, make it quick and get back out. That's a crazy potential double there. Get myself back into a good spot. Keeper opportunity. Rotate back. Nice. Now just wait a moment. Jimmy's got free space. He's about to get dunked. Okay, just watch. Opponent's doing most of the work for us, clearing the ball. I'm gonna leave that mid boost for teammate. It's my bad. I should honestly, if I didn't really have a clean angle, should have just waited. Nice, that relieves a little bit of pressure. Nice. Good pets. I'm going to make sure that goes to the ground. Okay, maybe a soft cheat. Nice quick clear by teammate. It's gonna be low boost, so I should be the one following up with that. Great shot. Have to be careful about the cut there. And you fucking own goal. Bruh, dude. Becomes something that's savable, and now is unsavable because you panicked. Nice. It's unfortunate. Good try. Okay, so here we are in the replay portion of the video. And pardon if my voice seems a little rough. I am quite exhausted after I did 2 midterm exams today, back to back, as well as several hours of other stuff with family, taking care of other shit, on top of some family concerns. So it's been a little bit busy. However, this game here was an interesting one. Overall, did pretty well. 3 goals, got an overtime goal, which I think is definitely clip worthy. That goal was actually kind of cool because of the way I was just going for the play, being aggressive. Here's the first goal though. Really good off-ball play here. Just immediately just go for the quick shot here, and it actually ends up sinking right into the top bin. So good piece of shot, starts the game off. Game felt a little bit back and forth in the early game though. It was definitely back and forth more than it needed to be. It didn't have to go to OT. I made some mistakes earlier in the game, actually later in the game rather. I noticed that also teammate was playing a super deep last man, so there were times where I would have to cut in early. So like here I'm just like waiting, and then I go because he's still like not going at all that whole time. So I mean, it happens, and here we get scored on because of that. It's just the lack of rotations. I mean, it happens. I'm kind of pretty down in rank compared to where I'm normally at. Ended up losing a lot of games early this season and just wasn't able to get my MMR back up, which is fine. It is what it is. Not the end of the world. But you still have to play good fundamentals. You still have to play well. You know, focus on the important stuff. As I say that as I rip another power shot directly in the goal. That right there is fundamental. You know, just getting good power, good accuracy, and just making your play, making it happen. And then once you make your play, rotate out. And that's something that's really important in a lot of rings, is recognizing when to just get out of the play. And a lot of times people don't know how to get into the play. And there's opposite situations where teammates just don't get out. You know, they'll stay up as first man and they don't really understand that it's not necessary. There, they just missed opportunity for the open net. Here, it's just grab pads, you know, playing back rotationally, getting this boost. I honestly, we should have gotten scored on here. I challenged this really poorly. I should have waited. Once I got greedy, like I thought I had time to grab this boost, but once I do that, I give him the space to be able to flick it. That's why it goes that way. If 67 fish didn't miss that, it actually would have been a goal. We're both 0 boost and I see teammate going up. So I say to myself, okay, you know what? If you want to play it, you play it. It's not a problem. I'll just stay back. Once he makes his play though, I'm immediately on it. Mess up my wall dash. Grab that boost. And my next goal is like, okay, you know, just focus on getting to a good position. Teammate actually does a really good job of getting the cut shot. Ends up actually shooting it behind the opponent, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he shoots it behind him. That's actually a pretty good shot. Here's where we end up getting the game to be way closer than it should have been. We lose that kickoff. I can't really get there in time and end up getting scored on. I'm like, okay, well, got 1 goal difference with this much of the game left. Anyone's game. Of course, the next goal. Mentally, I was like, okay, I need to win this kickoff. And then as soon as I say that, I fucking side flipped. I was like, all right, dude. Here, trying to cover for the shot. Once again, just kind of an awkward defensive situation to be put in, but all good. Here, I'm just waiting. He just bumps me a little bit. Unfortunately, can't really do much more. At this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to grab pads and then grab the big boost once I'm in a position. Save this. This was a sketchy angle. This is definitely a sketchy angle for sure. I double commit with teammate. I should have honestly just recognized he didn't know I was going to be going there. I shouldn't have gone realistically, but all good. Even if I had a better angle, I shouldn't have gone just because of the fact that teammate wouldn't have known I was there. Here, I pop it to the left thinking teammate was going to follow it up. He actually ends up rotating the opposite ways, which made the play a little awkward because then what was meant to be a possession for him ended up being a possession for them. I was like, all right, it is what it is. Here, just grab pads again and then trying to be in a position to cover. Kind of seeing this as a bit of an awkward spot to be in. So I'm super duper awkward here. I should have honestly followed my own advice and just rotate out. But I didn't know where teammate was and I couldn't really trust where he was because his rotations before were kind of awkward. I saw he was like still kind of upfield for a moment. So I was like, okay, I'm trying to buy time, just be around. Even if I can't really do much, just trying to do something, I guess. Here, just waiting. Recognize the opponent was going to go for the very obvious shot. Here, if I actually adjusted my arrow just a little differently, it actually would have been totally fine. My teammate does a good job of rotating in, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna grab my boost. Thinking Fish is gonna try to get a touch here. They don't. I'm saying Fish because there's like this old thing where it's like, if you take certain words and phonetically take the lettering of it, like Gotti, I think it was either G-O or G-H-O and T-I or something like that. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. There was like a thing where you could do that, but or just 67 Gotti, I don't know. This is a poor challenge for me, honestly. I was kind of awkward here. I'm still like rotating back, as you can see in this spot here. Teammate's still like staying back. See, it's like situations like this, it's awkward because like he's still waiting and waiting. But I'm coming back through the play and he's just not going, you know. He apologized after, and it's no big deal. But if you're Koa, what you want to do is you want to like recognize, be aware your teammate's rotating back. You need to try to keep the fluidity and the redundancy of the play. So having layers, essentially. So instead of staying this far back and just not moving for this long. So like here, just watch like Once you get back here, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go. There's a good like 2-second period where you could have gone a little bit earlier, and that would have given you more time, because remember, I'm still on my way back. I'm still rotating back. If you're already here, you want to already be making your play, because then I can cover for you. But if we're both going at the same time, because I'm kind of waiting and waiting and waiting, and I see you not like really going, then I go and then you go, then it creates this kind of like awkwardness. So just kind of be aware of that. If you're last man in the play and you see your teammate rotating, trying to like cover, like rotate from the side, that's basically their way of saying you should come up first, and then they will rotate behind you. So that's a kind of usual tell. It's just kind of watch for your teammates' actions, essentially like their body language, if you will. That's a way to kind of recognize what's going to happen there. I almost get a kickoff goal there. Actually would have been nice. Teammate is in a weird spot, so I'm like, okay, I can't really do much here. I mess up that play. I just like quick, quick attack essentially. Make my play. Teammate unfortunately misses the shot. All good though. We do have a lot of pressure. And then they get a team pinch. That's like, the game almost ended right there. And I was gonna be really, yeah, that's fucking wild. As I stopped moving, I was like, please don't tell me that's literally going in the net. I was like in a bounce. I was like, awesome. I'm not gonna crash out. Because I felt like overall I was playing really, really well this game. Awkward. This is kind of an awkward high aerial. It's because of like the distance I'm jumping. It's also the fact that like I just didn't really get the angle set up the way I wanted. Could have done a better job air rolling there, just adjusting my air roll usage a little bit, and it would have been probably totally fine. Teammate gets a good touch there. Here, I'm just waiting for his touch. Kind of awkward boom, but all good. I'm like, okay, I need to grab pads, and then rotate back, get the big boost. Oh, they're going to go for a potential shot here. So I'm just trying to cover for teammate. Just recognize teammate's going to play kind of like a deep second man. So just kind of be there, recognize where your teammate's going to play it. It's here, watch for the touch here. Get a good, essentially a good save and a clear. And then here I actually get a really nice shot. I go for a great corner read and then bump him, and it actually goes in. Here's the second angle of it. And that just goes right in. Like it's such a beautiful way to end the game, is like the classic Reddles punch, if you will, is getting a goal this way. And I love it. I love getting a goal that way, especially because like overall I just felt like in a lot of today's video I just was trying to focus on just being all around really, really fluid, making shots, making plays, making defense plays, rotating, just the essentials. I may not be a crazy good player yet, but I feel like mentally, as long as I keep pushing myself to just try to stay fluid and stay on the focus on improvement, not worry about rank too much. Like, look, my rank is not great. It is quite far down from where it should be. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. That's just reality. That being said though, if you enjoyed watching this video and want me to replay review your games, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And if you enjoy watching this video, make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Speed D Man out.